Bees. I'll bet you didn't realize how important their role is in the environment. Well, you're about to meet some people who know a whole lot about them. Let's go see what they're doing. If you don't think bees are a big deal, look at it this way. You like to eat, right?
About 75% of the fruits and vegetables that we rely on as humans for food are benefited by pollination by bees.
They pollinate even some grasses, so alfalfa seeds. Honeybee pollination is required to set these seeds to be able to reproduce alfalfa, and alfalfa is fed to the dairy cow, so we'll often say that even milk, you wouldn't have milk without the honeybees.
No bees, no food. Here at the Harry H. Laidlaw Jr. Honeybee Research Facility at the University of California, Davis, they study bees, all kinds of bees. They even have their own bee flower garden.
There are over 4,000 species in the United States of bees, so very diverse group.
So this is the valley carpenter bee.
Professor Neil Williams is a pollination specialist. He studies bees because they're in trouble.
We've seen declines in both our managed honeybees and in different species of native bees. So we see threats to bees broadly across the globe and certainly in North America.
So, what's killing the bees?
I think the consensus now is that it's really a sort of a mix of different things that are affecting these colonies and leading them to die, basically.
Including vampires. Well, kind of. Meet the Varroa mite.
Well, I call it the vampire mite. It's a mite that sucks the blood out of developing bees and also is like a dirty needle. It spreads disease as it's doing that sucking of blood. So it's a terrible pest of bees.
It would be like you having a pest size of a dinner plate on your side feeding on your blood all the time. And it feeds both on brood, so the young bees, and it also feeds on adult bees as well.
Faculty Director and Extension Apicurus Alina Nino helps educate the public about them. She says now every hive in the U.S. has to be treated for mites. Even an improving economy can be bad for bees, like when open space is turned into office space.
Flowers are what bees are feeding on. They're feeding on the pollen and nectar produced by flowers exclusively. That's the only source of food they have. So no flowers, no bees.
Feeding a hungry planet can also stress out a bee colony. Acres and acres of one kind of crop? Well, that's boring for a bee.
And they need a variety of pollen sources, just like you and I need variety of foods, right? I love sweets, but I don't think I would do very well in just eating chocolate all my life, right?
And what about the sprays farmers put on the crops?
There are some that are insecticides, some that are fungicides, and some that are herbicides that are killing weeds. All of those have impacts on bees.
Add California's long drought and climate change, and you can understand why bees are so stressed.
Yeah, you can see different bees here. See that bee that's kind of hovering around down there?
But to really see the bees, you have to suit up. So I assume you keep yourself protected.
Absolutely, I keep myself protected at all times. I've been stung too many times not to do that. So I normally wear this jacket that has a veil on it, so my face is protected. And we can zip it up so no bees can actually go in to the jacket and into the veil. And then we have also tight around the waist, so bees shouldn't be able to go in. It's also white, and bees don't really like dark colors.
The smoker beekeepers use doesn't make the bees sleepy. That's a myth.
Smoke will, first of all, interrupt with the chemical communication within the hive. So the bees sort of calm down. They can't communicate with themselves because most of their communication occurs to smells. It smells like campfire. What you see here is honey. And this that is not capped, that's shiny, that's nectar. They actually dry it down and add some enzymes to it.
Then they cap the cell, which is why the honey looks cloudy compared with the nectar.
And you can definitely actually break it open if you wish, and you'll see honey. Oh. Too bad you can't try it, huh? Oh, we're lucky today. There's another queen that's actually marked.
Oh, with the red on her. The queen bees are marked, so an entire hive's genetics can be tracked.
This bee here looks to be ill.
What about that one with the wings that are kind of...
And that one right there as well. So the wings are really deformed. It could be deformed wing virus, but they're really, really shiny and black, and that's usually a sign of viral infection.
Bees need all the help they can get.
There are things you can do, like start your own hive.
So you definitely need to read up and take classes. There are a lot of beekeeping clubs across California and also across the United States.
Or Just plant bee-friendly flowers or trees, and they don't have to be fancy.
In the family with mint, things like spearmint and peppermint plants, like lavender, they're all related, and those tend to have a lot of nectar and be really important nectar and pollen sources for bees. So.
And helping to make a difference is a powerful feeling.
I enjoy coming to work every day. Yeah.
So I gain a lot of satisfaction from that, knowing that potentially hopefully I'm helping people and helping honeybees.
Though sometimes the bees are really ungrateful.
Yeah. Ooh, I got stung.
Oh.
Yeah.